So Minecraft lighting has come a very long way since pre 1.18 from our very conventional torch spam to something a bit less spammy but not as pretty as would hope for it to be, and it is still effective but just not pretty. So what if I told you that I have 7 wonderful ways that we can improve our lighting around our base and inside our base if we are willing to do a bit of work and gather a few resources. Here are 7 lighting tips and tricks that you should use around your base. Let's get started. Hello Jamers, my name has been Jay, and if you enjoyed this type of video, please feel free to leave a like because it does help out the channel a lot. And if you want to see any other tips and tricks videos, feel free to comment down below any video that you'd like to see me expound on, and I will be sure to get to that comment as soon as possible. Let's get on into the tutorial. Our first lamppost here is it's kind of medieval if you take a look at it, and it does require you to have fire ticks off in your world, so that means fire don't spread or it doesn't get put out by rain or anything. But the materials for this is going to be stone brick. We're going to need stone brick walls, stone brick stairs, and stone brick slabs. The slabs are optional, and I will show you how that goes right in a minute. We start by placing a solid block and surrounding it completely by stairs, just like so. Then we take our wall blocks and we go up by 3 blocks, then a solid block, and then we're going to have stairs, upside down stairs all around, just like this. Then we add some more walls on top of the upside down stairs, just like so, and we add our fire in the center. Now where these slabs come, we could have slabs here just if we want a less revealing fire. So if we can stand here, we'll see that the fire is less revealing, but if we go to this side, we can see more of the fire. It is completely optional and you don't have to do it block for block. So this is basically our first lamppost. Let's move on to the second one. The second lamppost is a bit different, and I could definitely see this being at the side of a straight pathway, one that doesn't have too much curves or bends in it. And the materials for this lamppost is very simple. We're going to have cobblestone, cobblestone stairs, cobblestone walls, spruce fence, or any fence that you prefer. We're going to have a cobblestone slab and lanterns. So let's get on over to our building platform and get it built. So once again, we're going to start with a cobblestone center and we're going to surround it completely with stairs. The difference is we're going to have a wall block here, a fence here, another wall block here, and we're going to have a solid block once again, and we're going to put our slab here, or slab here. Be sure for it to be bottom half slabs and not top half slabs. And we're going to hang our lanterns from the bottom of these slabs just like so. And we have ourselves a very beautiful thingy. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot something. You could have it has this. I mean, it doesn't really matter, just in case you want the light to be closer to the floor or not. It doesn't really make any difference. It's the same lighting that we're gonna get. So let's move on to the next light design. This next design, I can see hanging over some curvy pathways that have more curve, and it could hang right over into the walls, into the walkway, and you could have it as tall or as far out as you want. And these are the materials that we're going to use. I did not add number specific materials because I figured more or less that we would want to customize it to our own taste. So what you're seeing here is more like the base materials and the base canvas for doing these type of light designs. So let's get on to our building platform and build this one up, shall we? So this one is very, very simple. We are going to start with a barrel here, if I can place it, and we're going to do a stone brick right here, and we are going to take our fences and we're going to go up by 2, out by 1, up by 1, out by 1 more, and we have a nice little curve looking path looking thingy. And we're going to hang our lantern from the bottom of that one, just like so. And as I said, we can have it as far out as possible. Can you be quiet, please? You could go all the way out here if you want, and hang the lantern on the side. It is totally up to you. You could even have it all the way over in an archway and have lanterns hanging off from all the sides. That could be cool as well. So I think this one is complete. It looks very good, and we are going to move on to the fourth lampshade design. So let's get on with it. This one is, it's very simple. It's very minimalistic. I like the way how it gives light, but it stays simple, but also gives light. So this also requires your world to have fire ticks off so that the fire doesn't go out or burn any surrounding flammable blocks. And the material list for this is very simple. We're just going to have a smooth stone, a few trapdoors, and a flint and steel. So let's get over to our building canvas and get it done. So over here at our building canvas, we are going to have two blocks here, one base block and a temporary block like so. And we're going to have the trapdoors on the bottom of our temporary blocks, just like this. And we're going to have another trapdoor on top, just like so. Then we can break this temporary block, add our fire, and close all the trapdoors so that it is enclosed in a nice protective area so no mobs can wander in and our pets won't die. So this one is complete as well. Let's move on to the next lampshade design because I think this one is a bit interesting. And this lampshade is also a bit different. I tried to add difference. Now it kind of blends in with the stone background. So we could switch this out for stone slabs, for stone brick slabs if we want to add a bit of variation and difference to it. But this one introduces glowstone into the mix. And glowstone is a block that we can get in the nether or we can trade from villagers or get from witches, I believe. So this is the material list that we're going to be using, and it's very simple, it's very cheap, I think. Anyways, let's get on to our building canvas and get it built, shall we shall. So just like every other lampshade design, we start with a center block, but instead of stairs surrounding the base of this, we're going to have wall blocks just like so. We are going to bring the center wall block up by about three blocks, and we're going to add a glowstone into the mix. Then we're going to have upside down stairs on all sides of the glowstone block. And it is at this point that I noticed that we could use some stone slabs. So if we look for some stone brick slabs here, if I can find it, like so, and we place it at the top of this, it could add a little bit of variation to the build. Now I did have stone brick walls at the side just to add a little bit of variation and texture to it so that it has a bit of life to it. So I think this is a very beautiful lampshade. We could use it in some rustic buildings, maybe a haunted house. And I don't know. I think it's very minimalistic, cheap apart from the glowstone that we would have to go to the nether for. It's fine. So let's move on to the, what number is this? Sixth. Let's move on to the sixth lampshade. And this one is unique because I've never seen anyone done anything like this. And I think it's very awesome for industrial builds. This, this Jamers is a masterpiece. So this is our industrial area looking lampshade that I totally invented. I have never seen anyone done anything like this. So basically what it takes is some hoppers, amethyst clusters, trapdoors. We are going to have stone, polished black stone walls. We're going to have deep slate, called deep slate, glowstone, and lantern. Now we definitely don't need two different sources of light in this build because it's not gonna really do much. So if you want to switch this out for solid blocks, it sure will work just as well because these blocks are going, the lanterns are going to be there. But anyways, let's head on over to our building canvas and get this one done and dusted, shall we? Yes, we shall. So it basically goes like this. We're going to have a center block, and then we're going to have hoppers facing into that center block. And then we're going to take trapdoors and surround the hoppers just like this. Then we're going to take our amethyst clusters and we're going to crouch and add it onto the top of the hopper blocks. And then we're going to take the I can't remember the names of the blocks. We're going to take the polished black stone walls and we're going to go up by 5. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to go out by 1, 2, 3. Then we go up by 1, 2, 3. Then we go up and out and up and out. Then we're going to add our glowstone. So we're going to add a glowstone here and a glowstone here. And we're going to add our trapdoors to the mix just like so. Be sure to point it to the bottom of the block, and we could point it to the top of the block as well. It doesn't really matter, but the bottom seems to work better, and we're going to have a trapdoor at the bottom of each of these as well. And then we're going to have a lantern here and a lantern here. And this is our okay, this looks different. Wait a minute. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? It's basically the same concept. So as I said earlier, we can we can shift the shapes, we can customize it to be our own thing, because that's basically what it's for, right? So anyways, this is our industrial area looking weird, kind of lovely looking lamppost. I like it. Anyways, let's move on to the next lamppost design, and it's actually a tree, and I don't think I'm going to have enough space to put it here. But let's work with what we have, right? Right. And this, Jamers, this is our seventh and final lighting source. I was gonna say lamppost, but it's actually not. But listen, I am not the best at building custom trees, but I thought, why not include a custom tree for our fairy tale builders out there who like to build fairy tale and fantasy and want a light source that kind of blends into the atmosphere and into the basically into the background, into the environment of everything without doing lampshades and lampposts and fire and stuff. So I thought, why not add a custom tree? So we're basically going to be using oak fence gates. We're going to use cobblestone walls, lanterns, and leaves. I used oak leaves, but you can use any leaf of your choice. Azalea leaf would be recommended because it stays green in all biomes. But if you're looking for a biome specific build, let's say a dark fantasy build, you could use a darker shade a darker shade leaf into your build, and it could work just as well. So we're going to head on over to our building canvas again, and I think I'm going to give myself a few blocks apart, just so I can have enough space to build this. So let's get it done. So we are going to start off with a trunk basically, or a area where we are going to get our branches from, and we want to go out in all four directions. We could go randomly about and up, up. I said up. And I'm not the best at custom trees, so I might just speed this part up just for the sake of you all. So this is what we have so far, and we're going to just add our lanterns to specific places. We don't need a lot because it doesn't make sense. We have a lot of light sources in one area, so we're just going to keep it minimalistic. Just have a few lightings here and there, and we could have some hanging from the bottom of the tree as well, although it's not going to really make a difference. And then we're just going to spam leaves all over in until everything is basically covered and it looks like a big puffy fluffy cotton candy of leaves. So I think we're going to time lapse this part, so let's time lapse it actually. And there we have it, our seventh and final lighting tip. So as I said earlier, I'm not as good at building custom trees as some other people, but I tried my best, and I think it came out well. So these are and have been my seven lighting tips. My name has been Jay, and I will see you guys in another video. Hopefully, if you guys want to see more tips and tricks from me, if you guys did find this helpful, then I'd love for you guys to comment any other ideas that you might have for me to do any tutorials on. That's up to you though. But I will see you in the next video. Bye.